Thank you to this episode's sponsor, Cantrip Candles. Cantrip candles are a great way to enhance the immersion at your tabletop night. Scent up your summoning circle, or to aid in a nice aromatherapy session when you're in between adventuring. With over 20 different magical scents, we're sure you'll find one to fit your world. Venture forth to cantripcandles.com to learn more. Thank you to the folks at Occupied Hex for supporting this campaign. Occupied Hex is an independent tabletop role-playing game publisher based in Denver, Colorado. Occupied Hex are best known for their games such as Streets, Valley Heat, and of course, the system we're using today, Duster. Check them out at the links in the episode description below. Thank you to this week's sponsor, Viridian Gaming. With over 1,500 sets of dice from popular brands like Q Workshop, Chessex, and HD, you're sure to find something you'll love. Viridian ships 5 days a week from their shop in Syracuse, New York, and since they're incredibly affordable, their metal dice only cost around $20 and they're still excellent quality. I can promise you that it's impossible not to end up with at least a few sets from them. I already have 2, and a third is in the mail right now. Check them out at viridiangaming.com or through the link below.
How's it going? Welcome back to Old Rush, a Duster campaign. It's your GM, Iffy Wadiway, and I am here with my friends as we trek through a post-apocalyptic Old West, old/New West, oldish, either way. Let's just go around and introduce ourselves and say who we're playing.
What's going on, everyone? I'm Owen Bones. I'm playing Fish.
What's up, guys? I am Johnny, and I am playing the ukulele-wielding Rambler of the group, named Spade.
Hello everyone, my name is Annika, and I am playing the beautiful, ugly, giant brawler named Pug.
Hi, I'm Christine Ariel, and I am playing Jinx. And Jinx is a witch-like lady, and she's, I don't know, she's fun or something.
Christina, did you offered to do a speed recap? So, I think when anybody offers to do a speed recap, I'm never going to say no. So, let it rip as soon as you're ready.
Okay, so previously on this show, we were all sitting in this bar, but we were all in different corners of the bar. And then all of a sudden we started to come over and we were going to meet each other. And so first it was like Pug goes over and Pug meets Fish, and they start and they hit it off. And all of a sudden, here comes Spade. And they come over and he's like, it's like, it's getting hot in here. Plays that song. The song would have been a better song. No, but I'm kidding. So we keep going, and then all of a sudden here comes Jinx, and so they all join up, and then comes up this creepy old man. He's not a creepy old man, but he's an old man, so whatever. And he wants them to go on this mission for him because he needs technology, and technology is hard to get. So he's like, oh, hey, random people that I've never met before in my life, we're gonna go on an adventure, and I'm gonna send you. I'm not gonna tell you exactly why I'm sending you. Just know that I want this, and I have money, and I will throw money at you to go on this adventure and to bring me back all this technology. So we get up and we go, but we had met these really big buff dudes at the bar, and the buff dudes were following us, and we didn't know they were following us. So they ended up following us up the hill, and they're like, and we get into it, and Jinx sits down, and the others are brawling, and we're going for it. We beat those guys, but in their last breaths, we find out they might not have been people we were supposed to beat to begin with. And we had a secret handshake and a password, and the password was, don't eat video games.
Yeah, close enough. So on that note, we return back to where we left off, which is your new driver who does in fact speak, telling you that the other 2 checkpoint drivers have been dispatched and there has been no communication between them. So now you know that this map that you found might have been hinting at something that is in the works. At this point, you have been driving a couple hours. It's starting to get pretty late at night, and it's like getting pretty close to the witching hour for those that would need to know that information. And as we kind of get to the point of, there is on a meta level, this is, if you've ever drone up to the bay, this is where Kettleman's used to be. For those who may not know, it is a oddly preserved place that looks way familiar. Like it looks like the world that you kind of live in now, but there's these homes don't have backs to them, and it looks like for the full picture, it looks like a Western set, but the buildings that are actually building have been repurposed and used as both. You have a motel, you have a pub there. There is a store full of provisions, and there is a gas dealer that your driver is currently kind of messed with, and the driver comes over and he's like, all right, look, these guys are trying to hassle me, and we kind of don't have a choice, so we're gonna have to wait till Bennett's guys with a little extra dough pulls up and is able to give me a little extra, currency to deal with these rising gas prices. So I think that means we're spending the night here. Keep your wits about you. Like I said, I don't believe that it's a coincidence that a driver's been hit. We wear this, and people who sees us wearing this knows that there's big money behind us, and we're usually able to come up and down the coast without problems. So I'm guessing it has something to do with what Bennett has you doing. So just be careful. I'm going to make sure I already, went into the motel or already went into the inn. Let them know what's up. They'll get you taken care of. But yeah, go relax. I'm going to keep watch over here and make sure that no funny business happens. And so with that, you have this whole area available to you. But just to kind of fill out the town, like I said, there are buildings where the exterior kind of has this old corroded painted wood that looks like an old-timey Western, but the insides of the building are very familiar with these shoddy kind of post-apocalyptic, any chairs being used. The beds are as soft as they can make them, and there's live bands playing. You see there's a sign that there's an open mic going on, and that it's a competitive open mic, so the winner gets a prize. So there's a lot going on in the town, and it is referred to what it's always been referred to, which is the Kettleman Gulch.
I think I like the sound of this open mic night kind of thing. There's a competition. I mean, you guys think that I can win this, right? Like, we can get a little bit of extra money, maybe get help the driver out, get some gas, or what are we thinking?
To be fair, it was your beautiful songs that brought us all together in a time of crisis. So I'm gonna have to agree.
I gotta say, honestly, I don't want to inflate any egos here, but truly, I mean, I was just blown away by Genix's voice. So I really think if we can kind of get her on stage, you're completely right, Spade. I think we can win this.
I mean, I'm more than, I'm kind of a solo act. And I'm kind of flustered here. This is kind of my thing.
So you'd open for her?
Or, what's an opener, closer? There's really no, hierarchy here. I'm happy to go last.
I mean, technically, by definition, the opener would go first, and the closer is the one who, finishes it up and, brings it home.
Yeah, but that's, kind of experimental. I
think that's how linear time works, actually.
Okay, well, how about this? I can do my thing up on stage. You can do yours. But that doubles our chances to be able to get the win.
It's not a bad idea.
I'll enter too. I've been working on a tight 5, so.
All right.
Upon saying this, you hear a chuckle from nearby as a large man wearing a kind of like a what looks like a rather tattered old, preserved, just kind of like being barely held together is this like silk button-up shirt and these, leather pants, this patchwork leather pants and big boots. And under this silk shirt is an extremely buff and built body, and where this person's right hand is probably 5 times larger than like a human right hand, and the left hand is normal size, and it's somewhere like kind of like a short, kind of a just messy hair, has a bone necklace, a goatee, and he kind of walks up and he's like, so you think you can do the music better than Ndidi, do you? I have not lost a single open mic night for as long as the Kettleman Gulch has had this going on. And he kind of whips around a sling that holds a bongo, and with his large hand smacks it twice with speed you've never seen before. But you are welcome to challenge me, but prepare to lose. And he does like a salsa shimmy away from you and into the crowd that is starting to gather around the stage.
Okay, guys, this is no joke. I've heard about this needy guy. He's legit. He's the real thing.
Well, he's talented, cool.
Yeah, I
So are
mean,
you?
he's built to bongo. Did you see that hand? He's built to bongo. I think we're gonna have to.
It was an
team up
impressive
on this
hand.
one, I think.
Well, yeah. Can the two of you do a duet or a dual performance or something?
Out of character over the internet? I don't know about that. But I mean, otherwise, absolutely. Yeah,
Well,
you
you
can
know
do your
what,
type
there's-
5 while we're playing, and singing happen at the same time, or we could just triple our chances.
Well, we can. I have a song that I used to get sang to me when I was a little baby, and I think that's the one that's gonna do it. I think I can do it.
And I will riff bits.
I can't wait to hear that. You have a mind like no other, sharp as a tack. Your wit is incredible.
What is attack?
I don't know.
Cool.
Sharp as
Let's do it.
steel whispers.
Sharp as my teeth.
How is this competition being judged? Is it audience response? Are there formal judges?
You could get in with the judge. You can become a judge and give us an extra chance.
You're reading my mind.
You go in first and volunteer.
So why don't y'all do I want you to roll focus to see if you can see what the setup is, which will allow you to know what type of system this is.
That's a 5 for me.
5.
3.
Okay. All right. So
5
everyone
as well.
rolled a 5. You kind of notice that that the people who are gathering around and paying money to watch the open mic night are being handed paddles. And on the paddles on one side, it seems like there is a thumbs up and a thumbs down. So it looks like this is an audience vote type of situation.
Well, I think that you can probably, persuade everybody to start, liking our group over Ndidi.
Actually, I think that there is something I can do about that. Let me try to work the crowd a little bit, and you all can just go about your day, get ready to perform, and I'll see what I can do here.
Yeah, as you say this, you notice like 2 different groups of like 3 to 4 people walking up in these shirts that you can tell were ripped to look like Ndidi's ripped silk shirt. and they all have like mini bongos. Like these are like the Ndidi stand. It seems like he's not
Oh my
only
God.
winning
It's a
because
bringer show. No.
he's not only winning because, you know, he's getting the votes, but it seems like fans are coming through to see him perform.
Okay, I would like to. Fish is gonna walk up to the most enthusiastic fan that he can find, the one in the most regalia, supporting Ndidi, and I'm gonna use my seed ability, my soul seer ability. So I have to roll for persuasion, and if I succeed, I'm gonna tell them that, you know, Ndidi, he's all right, he's pretty good. I see you're a fan, but these new people that showed up in town, I heard him before. Some of the best singer-songwriters / stand-up comics I've ever seen in my life. You know, it might be time for some new blood here. So I need to roll persuasion.
Okay.
Ooh, 5, and I get +1 emotion, 6. The seed ability says if I pass the persuasion check, then they'll spread, whoever I tell this to spreads this logic as far as could be reasonably expected amongst themselves.
So upon telling this person this, you kind of see their eyes kind of slightly widen as they're enraptured by your words. They're so into it, and they're like, so tell me more about this group. What is their name? What is their name? What are they called? I gotta let people know, because I think you just told me about my new favorite group.
Oh, they're called the Big Fishes.
The Big Fishes. And she starts to scramble through her bag, and she pulls out a marker, and she takes her bag down, and she pulls the tattered shirt that she had off and onto her bare breast, right, a big fish, and like walks into the crowd. Is like, hey, I need y'all to get ready for the new band, Big Fish. And simply just enough, as you can imagine, garners attention, and everyone's like, oh, okay, big. And you start to hear murmurs start to spread in the crowd, and in the distance you can see Ndidi making eyes at you, and if his gaze could be felt, it would feel like 1,000 knives stabbing you in the neck. You've pissed off Ndidi, but the word is being spread.
Pug's been working on her Type 5 this entire time, so she has
Okay.
been
Yeah, so everyone's just kind of
heads
preparing
down
for
in
this.
a corner. Yeah.
Everyone's kind of preparing for this. Okay. So
Spade's working on his tabs and his fingering, and yeah.
okay, so are y'all going to sign up for the performance? Okay, so you kind of sign up, you get in, and you get kind of pushed into a holding area that really is just an area kind of to the side of the stage, and everyone starts to gather in, get seated down, and someone stands on the stage in what looks like a ringleader outfit, except it's like a lithe but what I would describe like really skinny but cut, that like Seth Rollins kind of cut, where it's like, oh, you are a small man, but you definitely are at 1% body fat. But all he's wearing is a like ringmaster kind of that ringmaster coat, and a kind of like shoddy ringmaster hat, something that you could tell was dug out from years gone by. And he stands on stage and goes, are you ready to see some of the acts that you've never seen? Are you ready to see and hear talents from afar, from one end of our nation to the other? All around you, come together, make some noise. And the crowd cheers and excites.
You hear Pug clapping from backstage.
Yes. Are you ready for acts like Indeedy, and the crowd goes ballistic. You almost feel the floor shake with excitement. He goes, "Are you ready? Like for acts like the big fish?" And there is cheers, but it's definitely not ground rumbling, but you can tell that the seeds have been planted. And he brings out the first performance, and the show has begun.
I do want to say super quickly, when it came to the signups, because Pug doesn't know how to write, what she did is what she's used to doing as a brawler when you seal a deal, where she just like cut across her hand and just like put it on the sign-up sheet.
Yeah, when that, just, flashing back to when that happened, the person signing was like, "We know most people can't read or write, so we simply ask your name. You didn't have to you could have just told us with your words. But thank you."
Just wanted to make sure I was right. I didn't want to close out the show. Make sure I was right up top. Okay.
Yeah, sure. Cool. So, Fish, your gift of presence kind of goes off. Almost as it goes off, you feel a tap. You turn around, and it's Indeedy. He's like, "You think you are funny. You think you are smart. But I'll have you know that I got my fans through music." And he walks away from you, pissed.
Am I allowed into the backstage holding area?
Did you not go back there with him?
Oh, if I'm back there with him and he...
You are
wants
allowed
me-
if you
okay.
want, but if you wanted to stay out to watch, you can let me know. Because either way...
I'd like to, take Spade aside for a moment and let him know, whisper in his ear, "Look, man, you got to write a really fucking good song." And then I leave and go back out to the audience.
I've never written a song before. I've only been getting the songs off of the mid-2000s playlist on this little device, but I'll do what I can. Gosh, that Indeedy guy makes me nervous. I walk over to Pug and I say, "Look, Pug, you gotta write some really fucking funny jokes."
Right now, Pug's in the corner, just like, rip your waitstaff. No, not rip. What do you do to waitstaff? Tip your server. Tip your waitstaff. We'll be here.
You got this.
all
I
week.
so much trust in you.
Who's dating? Who's fucking in the crowd? No, that's not right. What do you say? Fuck.
Okay, I'm gonna let you go.
As Pug starts to spiral, the crowd goes silent, and Indeedy's name is called, and he comes out, and he stands out there. There are no lights on the stage. His like dancers go up, and they close out the flames that were lighting the stage, and there is silence, and then there's a low rumble as you hear the low rumble of the drums kind of start to beat, and it starts to intensify, and he starts to sing, "It is I, the one you came to see. It is I, the one you want to be. It is I, the one who can..." And as he hits that note, a ring of fire goes around him and starts to flame up. And as he plays, the fire dances around him. Everyone is enamored, watched. And this isn't any type of soul seer connection happening. This is just genuine entertainment as he is taken over this crowd, and as they have been so blown away by this magical fire that has appeared around him, and that seems to dance with his every move, going from one side of the stage to the other, to one side of the stage to each other. And he finishes the performance with a big burst of two columns of flame right next to him as he does a big bongo solo, and it sounds like exactly what you imagine it does, just lots of slapping, and then the whole place goes dark, and by the time they turn the lights back on the stage, he is no longer there, and everyone cheers and loses their minds. This was an amazing performance. And
Can I question real quick? Is this an emotional role? Are these performances an emotional role?
I will, let me look at your musician abilities. Okay.
I ask because I would like to be able to use my expert ability in the in the musician skill called background noise.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, go for it.
Okay. So, while Ndidi is performing, I want to be backstage, hopefully at an area where only he can hear me. And I want to, the whole time, just be trying to, just loud enough so that he can hear, just be playing. Yeah, and just trying to be playing like in the back of his mind. And background noise, if a target of your choosing can hear your music, it is be a snake bit on all emotional energy skills while interacting with your allies. So I don't know if you want to call that like snake bit on this role for performing or what.
Okay. Well, yeah, that plays. I mean, yeah, that plays in. So
yeah.
So because of that, when the flames, when they turn the lights back on, and when he was supposed to be gone, he kind of, hesitates. So people actually see him kind of run off the stage and hear the pitter patter of his feet, and it really kind of takes away the cool moment that would have made it seem like he disappeared. And everyone's
Pug
kind of
just
like
leans over to the person next to her and goes, "Oh my god, that's so embarrassing."
That's really rough. That's a mistake for sure. You see it a lot in the industry.
Yeah.
I almost feel bad for him. Like, oh my, I really wanted to like him, but like.
Oh man. Okay. Well, so now as the crowd kind of like is kind of bubbling and murmuring after a great performance, the ringmaster comes up and goes, "All right, are y'all ready to go on? Because it is time."
One second.
Are we going on together? Or are we going on? I'm not joking. I have a type 5. Type 2, probably. Are we going on together, or can we go on like sequentially?
Well, that's up to y'all. So, did you plan on going together or going separate?
I was gonna go solo.
Okay.
I think if it cuddle up team, we can sidebar for a second. So, Genix, question really quick. Ndidi, that performance was going to be really hard to beat. The fire was pretty amazing. I was wondering, like, it seemed like he had this whole setup like pre-arranged, like he plays here all the time, and it's a little bit unfair. We're kind of like out of towners. We don't really have our whole like stage, pyrotechnic setup like I usually do. I was wondering, is there anything that you would be able to help with your like crazy like witch abilities that I just learned that you now have? Because I was wondering, we could do 2 musical performances and a comedy special, or we could just have 1 musical performance and a comedy special if you wanted to like kind of help the brother out. Please say yes.
Do you really want me to say yes? Because earlier I kind of remember somebody saying, "Oh, I'm a solo act."
I think I've gone through a lot of growth since that moment. And
In a growth spurt? Oh, that's wild.
I know. I think I've grown like, half an inch. But I think I've grown as a person, and I would love to team up.
Okay, we can Wonder Twin powers and activate.
Yes. Okay, you feel the moment, you do it. Pug, how do you feel? Do you want me to open for you? Do you want to open for me?
I think a good rule of thumb is you start with the strongest act and then you kind of percolate into mediocrity. So I'll lead, and then we can you two can kind of fight over the leftovers,
Okay.
All right.
So.
Okay, that sounds good to me. I'm gonna go ahead and get everybody ready. And so you go in here, the ringleader kind of get everyone kind of riled up and ready, warming up the audience for you, and says, prepare to laugh your asses off with a comedian doing their skits up here. Give it up for Pug.
Hey, hi. Hi, thank you. I go to shake his hand. Thank you. Video games? Thank you. Nope, just regular handshake. Okay, hey, hi, everyone. Hi. Pug. Sorry, do I have a mic?
No, you do not have a mic. You are speaking into an audience, but you can, you see a nearby kind of like stick that you can use as a mic if you so choose.
Cool. Pug mimes taking the stick, and then it's like, I know the rules of comedy, and mimes taking a mic out of the stick, and then puts the stick to the side of the stage, lets go, and the stick just falls over. Always move the mic stand, folks. How are we doing tonight? How are we? You two? Are you? What's going on here? You drinking tonight? Huh? You on a date? Are you? Oh?
No, we can't afford to drink.
Oh, well, that's what you doing here? What you doing here? Go home, make some money. Get on that grind set.
Okay.
Putting the audience on your side here.
Are you? Well,
no, you're funny. We'll stay.
Thank you. You what are you? You siblings? You on a date? Hey, it's the new old west. Why not both, right?
No, this is one of my wives. We're in an 18-person polycule.
That's too many. Okay. How many holes she got? I know we all got like weird mutations. I got a stagecoach pool the other day. You always meet the weirdest characters in a stagecoach pool. I met a guy, he had a big, ugly, irradiated arm, and I was like, that mutation sucks. And he goes, mutation? That's my wife.
The crowd bursts into laughter. Everyone, like, so people are like, I'm like, yeah,
Monica,
it was
so
yeah.
brave.
Yeah, they are loving it. You still have their attention. They are chuckling. They're laughing.
I mean, I clearly y'all met in person. I didn't have that experience. I've had to do online dating. All right, that's crazy. Sending ASL via Pony Express, like.
Still got them. You're hidden. Got another big laugh. You're on fire.
I'll tell y'all, I got catfished by a lady with actual fish parts. Okay, I knew I smelled something fishy.
Believe it or not, you are crushing. It sounds like Def Comedy Jam out there. You are winning this crowd over. So now you can move into your big closer, and I'll let you know how that goes.
Cool. All right. Oh fuck! I don't have a segue for that. Okay. But I'll leave you guys before I wear out my welcome. I'm not like those that must not be. I'm not like the Granddads. We all know them. Boo, the Granddads. Like, they ruined everything. They took us where we are today. And honestly, it makes sense we call them the Granddads. All right, leave it to a man to blow his load and ruin it for everyone else. Am I right or am I right? Thank you so much. That's my time. Take care.
You get a standing ovation as, everyone is standing, but you got people jumping up and down and clapping as you leave. Everyone's already turning their signs for the plus, the thumbs up. They're really enjoying this. You crushed. And just so you know what was happening behind the scenes, I was giving fate rolls after every joke. Evens it did well, odds it did poorly, and it was all evens.
Hell yeah.
You crushed.
Awesome. You can tell I, as a comic, don't do crowd work, because the moment you talk back, I was like, anyway.
Why are you poor?
Yeah, the Paris Hilton of comedy. Okay. So while you hear the raucous raucous laughter outside. The ringleader now is coming up to you, Spade, and he's like, all right, tough act to follow. So
Yeah.
you better bring it, okay?
I'll be honest, I wasn't fully expecting that.
Look.
She was pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, look, the music acts usually are the ones that really do well, but after that weird kerfluffle with Ndidi, everyone kind of turned. They weren't as hyped. So I was like, uh-oh, how is someone gonna follow that? The mood shifted, and now everyone's back on. So look, this is a warm crowd. It's yours to take.
Let's do it.
All right, I'm gonna go warm him up. And as he warms up, you feel a large hand on your shoulder. And you hear...
Is it a hand that's 5 times too big?
Yeah, it's a hand that's 5 times bigger. It says, if you're going to cheat, then I can cheat too. And he walks away. And you walk out to the stage.
I walk out to the stage. I look back at Jinx. Give her a nod. Turn to the crowd. Are you ready for Spade? I pull it up. Pull up Steel.
The crowd starts to murmur and like, oh, where's Big Fish? Where I thought they were going.
We're all big fish. Just get it together. Get with the picture. All right.
He said it's
Quiet.
sweet, but he said, okay. Oh.
She had dumped like a truck, baby like what, baby move your butt, let me sing it again, she got dumps like a truck, baby like what, all night long, let me see that thong, dong.
Yes,
You get a lot of that.
And we'll say with those witch powers, you made thunder crackle to the beat of the donuts, and everyone is into it. Specifically, the topless woman with big fish across her chest. She's losing her mind, and the crowd is trying to follow her energy.
Christina,
they're on your side.
When you said thong song earlier, I'm like, does she know the songs that I prepared for this thing?
No, but it just tracks. So I was also down for it, and also don't worry, because I wrote a song just in case we need a rebuttal, and it comes to a bar off. We got this.
So I need to roll anything for that performance?
No, but what you do need to roll is reflex.
Oh God, okay.
Roll violins for the midsection of the song.
That was a 3, but I'm going to use one of my luck points.
Okay.
And that was a 6.
Okay, so there's no wind going. Even with the witchy weather antics happening, the wind has been stable, but yet for some reason, one of the hanging kind of like tiki torches that are lighting the stage comes flying at you, but you're able to dodge it. And it hits the ground, the fire goes out, but you are half lit now on the stage. So you have to shuffle to the stage left so that you can actually get some lighting for this performance.
So I think I'm just doing as much like stage work as possible. I'm sprinting up to like get on like a kneeling position to be able to like pose and get the perfect lighting for my performance.
Yeah, and there's murmurs amongst the crowd about this like change in lighting and all this, and someone's like, was that part of the performance? That's quite dangerous, throwing around those flames like that. I don't know if that's, I know that Ndidi uses flame. That don't mean everybody know how to use flames over there. It's as you kind of hear the murmurs, but as you continue to play, you start to win them back. But now I need you to do another reflex save.
Oh Lord. Okay. I'm gonna use up all my luck, I bet. I'll stick with that 3 for now. I want to save them.
Okay. The same thing happens with the tiki torch stage left, and it flies at you. And this time it dinks against your shoulder. It doesn't hurt, it's a pretty soft thing. The damage that's being done is simply you are now on the stage with no lighting performing. And Owen, you've as a tech, you know what's going on. There's someone using tech to sabotage this performance. So I'm going to say, what tech abilities do you have, Fish?
I have up into expert, which is seed. I got reveal, and those are the only two that are real actionable. Reveals,
okay,
if someone's lying. Seed is spread a thing I'd like people to know about.
Okay. I'm just gonna say, there's obviously tomfoolery going afoot, and I am letting you use basically to gamify what's happening right now. To counter his BS, I'm allowing you to try and roll for seed to still get people to be in on this performance.
Okay, great. So I rolled a 4, and I would start talking to people in the crowd. This guy's great. That he's wiping the floor with the bongo dude. Man, his hand's huge. He was hitting the bongo too hard. He walked off stage weird. This guy's giving it all he's got. Look at this. Rousing everyone, trying my best.
But we can't see him. What's going on? What is this performance?
You just have to feel the music. It doesn't matter so much if you can see him, feel with your heart. See with your heart and your ears.
Feel the music. Everybody, close your eyes and feel the music. And everyone shuts their eyes and starts swaying to the beat of your music.
There's a lot of yelling happening over my music right now, but I gotta,
What Pug might do is, I think she's gonna start stomping her feet into the ground in that when you're at an EDM show and you can feel the bass in your body. So she's gonna start stomping in time so that people are swaying and feeling the beat vibrate.
So your song comes to an end, and everyone starts applauding, but then they start yelling for an encore, and encore. The ringmaster walks out on stage and says, "You know the rules. If you don't do an encore, you lose." And he walks back out of the stage, leaving you on the stage to perform another song.
Do you trust me?
I trust you. Get out here.
All right.
And I'll play backup for whatever you're gonna play.
And so what she's gonna start to do is she's gonna start prepping her spell, but this time she's gonna do it in a way that it just sets the mood and the tone, and she just raises up the clouds. But she's not gonna make her eyes do the whole thing because she needs to be in it. You know what I'm saying? So she's just modifying as she goes along, and she finds Ndidi. And she wants to make eye contact with him as she sings this part of it. Can I sing you a song of intriguing, a song that is worthy of singing? And she finds him and she looks straight in his eyes and she goes, yes, indeed. You cheer for a man that plays bongos, but our music can make you go loco. Who's the team that you wish with the beats that are sick? It's Big Fish. Who will win this whole thing? Put me back in the ring. Who will win this whole dish while putting on the Ritz? It's Big Fish.
Wow. This causes a frenzy, and the crowd goes wild. The everyone slamming the ground, stomping, clapping hands, making as much noise. The ringleader is trying to regain control of the crowd. No one knows what's going on until the ringleader's like, I don't think that we need to even vote on this. This is obviously a win for Big Fish, and everyone cheers, and everyone's happy, and we're going to give a strong second place to Pug for that great comedy. I cannot wait to see what they get up to. This is some good stuff. But big congrats! You've won tonight's prize, and welcome. And
hey, but did y'all get it? Oh, sorry.
Oh, I'm just gonna say Pug will just lean up and be like, I'm selling shirts after the show, so if you just want to stop by the merch table, I can sign stuff.
I just got one question. Did y'all hear that one part where I said like Ndidi? It was actually a joke because like his name is Ndidi, and so when you say yes Ndidi, and sometimes you have to make people like you got to explain the joke so people know it's funny.
Phoenix, we all know you're the perfect combination of our two acts. You got the music, you got the comedy. I mean, it's just you're the whole picture.
It was flawless.
So pretty much this is nice. So pretty much what happens is the ringmaster comes up to you holding your reward, which is 10 scrap metal, and you kind of like are just kind of standing with all this like scrap metal, and the driver comes running over to you, and he's like, hey, yo, that can get us the gas. That's y'all scrap metal to do with it, but if we use that, we can get back on the road right now.
I say let's get out of here. I feel like we're about to start a riot.
As you say that, you hear just like now the whole crowd has moved into that pub, and they're singing both the thong song and the Ndidi song, and you hear people quoting Pug's jokes as if it's their own to other people. It is like you have really kind of changed. You've rocked the town. But I will say before, if you're gonna hit the road, is there anything you want to do before you leave?
Is there there's a general store here, right? Or
yes, there's a general store here.
I think I might want to pick up another tonic, since I spent one already.
Yeah, I'll give that to you. I'll give you that tonic. Yeah, you can just tell me the things you want to get, or things you're thinking of getting, and I'll tell you if the store has it.
Cool. Yeah, I'll grab another tonic just so I'm back up to 2.
Okay. And I will also you get handed after buying the tonic, the storeman says, well, look, I've been working in this here general store for quite some time, and I've been sitting here watching the little open mics and seeing all the guys come through with the musics and stuff, but I ain't seen nobody with comedy like yours, okay?
Pug is twirling her mohawk.
So you look, this one's on the house, and you get a tattered book from the old days.
Oh, I'll write a joke about you. I'll put you in my sketch.
Look, if this old face could blush, it would do that right now. But happy travels. Thank you for giving me the first good laugh in a long time.
And thank you for giving us more toilet paper. Lord knows we're gonna need it. So thank you. Bye.
Yeah. Okay. And with that, y'all hit the road, okay? And you don't really get too far out of Kettleman until you kind of notice the road that you would use is blocked by cars. And not big cars. They're kind of like buggies, so they only sit one person, but there's two people standing in front of it. And the driver kind of slows down. He's like, yo, we got problems that I can't risk driving around them. We own wheels, gas we can get. Wheels are hard to come by, and we don't know what's in this rocky stuff. So maybe we can hope they're just trying to rob us and we can keep going. But just play it cool. We'll see what's good. And he drives
real
up.
quickly, can I give the book to Fish? I would not really have any use for it. So
Yeah, you can give it to Fish.
After I get it, maybe before we leave, I can just be like, here, I bought this for you with my money.
I don't even know what to say. I thought you might kill me. And you're giving me
No,
a
I do
book?
feel bad that like you're probably gonna die before the rest of us. So I feel like what is left of your life should be enriched. But I got this for you so that the rest of your kind of weak sort of life is enjoyable.
Oh, I'll cherish my final days. Thank you so much.
So you get. Sorry, what were you gonna say?
No, we're good.
Oh yeah. So you're going to look at this book, and I would like you to give me a mental roll to see if you can try and parse together a little bit of what this is. Because since you do have writing, I am a firm believer that you're writing and you're writing coherently for people to read. You do know some letters. You're not a reader. I'd say you're almost like a kinder first grade reading level where you can kind of remember the words you've seen before and heard people say. So because of that, I'm going to let you roll to see if you can figure out what this book is.
I rolled a 5.
All right, rolled a 5. Okay, here's how we're gonna do it. So there is four words in this title, and the word that you know is baby. You know it says baby on the title.
Okay.
So, with that knowledge, you can do what you will. And as you kind of read this, the driver pulls up to the car ahead, and you notice that these guys are also just mutated with buff muscular arms, and your history with buff muscular arm mutated people, so you can already assume how this might go. But the driver still decides to play it cool, rolls down the window, and he's like, yo, what's going on? And they stare in silence for a long beat. You gonna move your car? They don't do anything. They don't move. They just sit there silently. And you sit there in awkward silence until you notice headlights behind you, and there's a similar dune buggy coming up behind you. And it stops. The dust settles. It's pretty dark. The only thing around you are the different mountainsides and rocks and other desert things that you see. I'm a wordsmith. But you notice like a familiar frame about this body. Mostly because there's a bongo sling coming. And you, at this point, you feel the presence of attack. He's behind you.
He's behind us. Okay.
So you got these two guys in front of you, and you got him behind. And Ndidi comes up, and he's like, "So you're the ones that we've been looking for, huh?" My buddy Scarf says, you are trying to find tech and help this Bennett man get a hold of it. And what? You're just going to allow this tech from our grandfathers to get into the wrong hands and destroy our world yet again? Huh?
Not all
Actually-
of us are sold on that. No, some of us are. We'll figure out what we're gonna do with it when we get there. It was kind of what our plan.
Yeah, actually, we were thinking about maybe destroying it when we got up there.
You know, there was a point when we thought that might be possible, but we don't like the amount of sidebars that have happened.
Oh, maybe
So-
sidebars are our thing.
Yeah, well, sidebars are where lies and deceptions go to play.
Or
So-
friendship is blossoming.
Look,
Where relationships are bonded and tied together.
How do you say you don't have friends without saying you don't have friends? Whatever just came out your mouth.
well, look, I'm gonna just make it simple. You know, Scarf said to just simply kill you and this driver, but I'm a man of the arts, and I can't let good music go to waste. And some of the music I heard back there, I hope to hear again. Some of the comedy I heard back there, I hope to hear again. So this is a plea from entertainer to entertainer. Turn around, go back, save this driver's life.
And if we don't,
I mean, we already said yes to the other guy. So, I mean, are you offering money too, or are you just giving compliments?
There's no money to offer, unfortunately. This is just the stake of the fate of our world.
So this is less of a comment and more of a threat. I make comments, you make threats. And I don't
Oh, that's a
love
good way to
that.
put it. You're so good.
I don't love what you're doing here.
Okay. I want everyone to roll reflex.
I'm rolling a lot of threes. That's another one.
2. It's that pesky D6 system. You only have so many options.
6.
Okay. 6. Okay. Fun. All right.
The driver's talking again.
Perfect.
Kevin, is that you?
Okay. All right. So this is got it. Who rolled the lowest?
I did.
You get yanked out the car and take 3d6 3 damage.
Oh my god, 3d6.
Yeah, sorry. No, 3 damage. 3 damage, sorry.
Okay.
So you roll off. So you roll down the way, and now you kind of see the other at that point, because they're just, since they got the jump on you, they're all just going to do something. Then we're going to roll initiative. So yeah, you get tossed aside. The slinger, he's going to take a shot at the driver with his 6 gun, and we'll do.
Guys, we gotta protect the driver.
Oh, lucky driver, shit. He shoots in the car, and he takes 1 damage to his left leg. Ah, damn! And the other guy who is standing in front of you runs and pulls out. Johnny. So he pulls out Spade, and so you're getting yanked out of the car and tossed. So
Oh god.
So just so everyone
Oh, yeah,
knows where everyone is for battle purposes. Annika, Pug is essentially about 15 feet away from everyone. You're 15 feet to the right. And Spade, you are standing in front of your enemy, and everyone else, Ndidi is, I'd say, about 20 feet behind all of this. So you're all kind of surrounded. The driver is strapped, so he will be getting his as well. So let's roll initiative. So, Annika, you rolled a 5 too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so who wants to go first out of you and Johnny?
Go ahead.
If I was, I feel like if I was throwing, I might be a little bit
Okay.
rattled.
Okay.
So
Sure.
Got it.
I'll roll my action points right now. And I rolled a 6 plus 1 because I have a mastery, so it's a 7. So what can I do? I'm just going to bring out Steel Whisper and cock it, bringing the blades out.
Okay.
And I'm just going to take a swipe at this guy.
Okay.
And that's a 1. First one of the game.
All right.
I feel like I swing it at him, and he just grabs it in mid-swing. I'm like, fucking shit, and I start running. I try to yank it away from him and run away.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he grabs it, you yank, and so are you using your action points to move further away from him?
Yeah, so that I had
Okay.
3 left, so I moved 15 feet away from him.
Okay. So you run away, and he kind of like scoffs at you upon doing that.
All right, that's my turn.
All right.
Actually, you know what? Instead of running away, can I just give the rest of my action points to Pug? I had 3 left.
Okay. Yeah. So go ahead and Bug, you got those action points.
Pug!
all right. Oops, I dropped dice. Ooh. Plus the 3 you gave me is 12.
Nice.
All right.
Pug, fuck him up.
Fuck him up. And to be clear, you're standing by Ndidi, or Ndidi's like behind us, and you're standing by one of his henchmen.
I think I got pulled out by a henchman.
Yeah, you got pulled out by a henchman. And Didi is 15 feet, 20 feet behind the SUV.
Okay.
Right now.
So there's
So I would
3
need to
people,
move-
including Ndidi right now?
Yes. Yes, 3 people, including Didi.
Okay, so Ndidi's too far for me to get to. How many? Oh, merciful DM. If I wanted to run up to the car and try to like vault over the car and get to the guy that pulled Spade out, how many action points would you say that takes?
Say that again.
If I wanted to, because I'm on the opposite side of the car of Spade, and I want to try to get around to Spade, I want to be within 5 feet of an ally. If I wanted to try to get over like the hood of the car, would that be 1 action point? Would that be a 2? Roll for acrobatics, which is not in this
Yeah,
game.
let's make that a critical moment and have you roll twice.
Cool. So I will spend at least like 1, 2, 3 action points to get to the car, and then roll 2d6.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Take the low roll.
No, critical roll. So both rolls are one part of it. So the first action, which is jumping over, is 1 roll, and then the next action is you're trying to like land next to him, right?
Yeah.
And-
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's a 6. Awesome.
Okay.
Okay, get over it fine. And that's a 5.
Hell
Okay.
yeah.
Nice. You're in position, and feel free to continue turn from there.
Okay, so that spent like 4 action points, and I had 12, so that's 8 left over. So what I'm gonna do is, as I come down, what I would like to do is do like a flying elbow down right into the henchman's, like right here, just like right in his whatever that muscle's called, I can't remember, and just like slam it down into his trap.
Ooh. Okay. So you're just trying to target a specific part of his body and
Yeah.
hit him. Okay. Let's do. And you said the right or left trap?
Right.
Okay, so now their right arm, it goes, so you go and you stab down, and with the strength that you, as this large 6'4" muscle mommy have, you stab down, and it not only it comes down through the trap and connects kind of with the delt muscle on the right, now
that
injuring his
collarbone.
right arm. Yeah.
I just have heart eyes.
Just like wolf, cartoon wolf. Awooga. Cool.
Okay.
And
Hero.
then that
You said that was
only-
5, right?
Yeah, well, minus
Okay.
the 1, so that would be 4 damage because of the
Okay,
minus 1
awesome.
damage there. And
Thank
then
you.
that cost 2 action points, which means I have 6 left over still. Where are the other people located?
Okay, so where you are, if you so if this is the SUV, the person at the front who shot the driver is right here. You're right over here, who pulled out with Spade and this other assailant, and then you have Indeedy all the way in the back. So
Okay. How many feet away is the guy with the gun?
he's right in front of the car, so
Okay.
less than less than 5 feet away.
Fine. Okay, I am going to try to sort of like, I've done that into him, and while my weight is forward, what I'd like to do is do like a donkey kick backwards and see if I can kick the gun out of his hand.
Oh, I would say you're close enough to kick the gun if you're next.
Okay.
to him. Yeah.
Okay.
Like you're by the rear doors, and he's at the hood of the car.
Okay, then I'll just turn around, move towards him, and just try to hit him, just punch him. I do one thing well.
Okay. Well, go for the punch.
Cool. All right, so I will spend like 2 action points to get to him, and then I will do a punch. And that is a 5 again.
All right.
And I would like to specifically aim for the hand that's like holding the gun.
Okay. He tried to dodge but was not able to dodge it, so you still hit him in the hand, making him briefly drop the gun and take you said that was 5 damage?
Would have been 4 damage total. Yeah.
Okay, 4
Minus
damage?
1 damage.
Okay. Awesome.
Cool.
All right, cool.
And then I will hold my 2 AP and pass the turn.
Okay. So now it is Christina, you're up.
Who's closest to me?
You're still in the car, so it depends on the side you get out. Because let's see, we'll say
Probably closest with the driver and with Fish, right?
yeah.
Okay. So she's gonna pop her head out of the door. Just kind of peer around the corner. And then she's gonna jump out. And whoever is closest to her on the right side of the car.
Yeah, let's say the person that is closest to Spade is closest to you.
Oh, sick. So I'm gonna run up and I'm gonna bring my arm down and I'm gonna come up under the jaw and just like punch him in his chin, just like bleh.
Just like you talked about.
Yeah!
I listen, see?
I like that. That's really great. Oh, sorry, hold on. No, it's really cool. I'm just like really excited that we're able to have this conversation.
Yeah. Get him.
All right,
Let's
go ahead
get
and roll.
an important quality.
Roll for that damage.
Okay. So that is 4 points of damage.
All right, 4 points of damage.
And a bloody nose. A bloody nose or at least a broken tooth.
Definitely broken tooth.
Yeah. You hit this person, and they reel back, and they do that thing where they spit out the tooth and grin right back at you as they recover and they straighten out their outfit.
Pug, did you see? Pug!
That was so...
Did you see?
Pug is doing the like hands, like yes. That's so good.
All right, it's on you, Owen.
All right. So action points. 9 action points. I'm still in the car, right?
Mhm.
Okay, and Ndidi is in the back of the car. We have the guy who dropped the gun in front of the car.
Yes.
And then the guy who just got hit with a sick uppercut is to the right of the car.
Yes. So Ndidi is 20 feet behind the car to the we'll say everyone is to the, let's say, left of the car, because Annika got pulled to the right out of the seat and leaving, and I'm going to say you were in the front seat with the driver, so you're on the, when you get out, you would also be on the right side, and there's the person in front of the car who just got stabbed by Pug, and the person in the back driver's side who just got stabbed by Pug as well. And 20 feet behind that car is standing Ndidi, who you know is a tech who has shown a couple abilities that, if you, I'm gonna just let you clock them if you clocked them. If you didn't, then you'll see them soon.
Okay. Well, I watched all of this happen like in pretty much slow motion out of the window. My party members like kicking ass and taking names. I'm going to exit the vehicle, and I've got 2 telescopes in my bag. Those are the only weapons I have. Can I put one in each hand? Is that kosher?
But yeah.
Okay. So I got 9 action points. Do I have to use an action point to move to the guy who Annika stabbed?
Which Annika stabbed 2 people.
Oh yeah, the guy who has now dropped the gun.
Oh, I'd say I would only take 1 point from that, because you're pretty close. It's just the hood of the car, so you'd be able to. It's not even that far.
Okay, so I'm gonna use an action point to exit the car, get up to this guy, and attempt to clock him as hard as I can with my telescopes here.
Just like right on the ears,
In the
Fight
head,
Club
yes.
style. Just
Yes.
Ow.
All right, yeah, roll for damage.
It's a 2.
All right, and what is the modifier on that?
Those would be metal pipes, so that's -2.
Okay, so it, like, you hit him, and he's like, ugh. Like you see, he isn't hurt, but he's rattled and annoyed. Is there anything else you'd want to do?
So I have 3 action points left. I will run back around to the other side of the car.
Okay.
I did what I could, like it didn't work out, and it's not looking great for me.
We
Yeah.
appreciate you.
Yeah, you did. You
Pug
tried
just
your
watches
best.
This happen. It's like,
Okay. You're running, and you get to the part of the you get near the back of the vehicle that you ran to. Fish. You get there, and you're standing there, and you feel secure, and you feel very tight and close in your positioning, and you start to feel tighter and tighter, and you now notice that you are being pulled to the ground, and you are now grounded, and you are just stuck face down on the ground for 1 minute, and you must make a force roll, and upon success your movement is as if it's on uneven terrain, and on failure you cannot walk. Okay, and then that's at that point, that is all Ndidi's going to do. The driver is now going to reach for that shotgun he had at the end of the episode, the scatter gun, and he's aiming it out the front window at the person who was just stabbed by Annika.
it's a lot of dice. It's a lot of dice.
Yeah, that is 2 6s. So so yeah, that's a 7 coming out of that window.
I think you just crit on me. I don't know if I can. I can't dodge that.
So I rolled, rolled a crit on that, but we're gonna make this a critical moment since this is a crit damage scatter shot, and we're gonna have you go ahead and who's nearest to you? If you want to, you can try, and this one is for Spade. I want you to roll with Annika. And if y'all can beat a challenge number of 7 together, rolling 1d6 each, then you'll be able to pull her out of the scatter shot range.
Okay. We don't add anything to that, do we?
No.
Okay.
And she'll develop a crush on you, so.
There's a lot riding on this.
Oh no!
Do it.
I would like to as well. Or very at least stress.
Yeah, you can use the luck. Yeah.
Okay. 6.
5.
Yeah. All right. So as you see this driver's like, nah, you ain't gonna get me. I ain't getting done today. You ain't getting me today. He pulls out the scatter gun and he just shoots out the front window, and you all dodge out of the way, and so you're out of the way. You're safe. But now I need to figure out what.
Me towards him, like, are we?
Oh
now
yeah,
on that?
yeah. So you are now in Spade's arms as you land on top of Spade.
You completely, like, I'm flat on the ground. Like, it's the whole like movie trope of like landing on the romantic interest.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely.
But it's like sort of a Shrek and Donkey size differential.
Yeah. All right, and then with that, as you see, the bullets fly out of the front windshield as you kind of fall backwards on top of Spade. You just see the left leg just get pelted with all of the shells from the scatter shot, and the shooter who had the gun, kind of falls back on his back and is laid prone as the driver pants in full frenzied anger in the driver's seat. And now it goes back to the top, and yes, and this is the person who was just stabbed. He's bleeding, very angry. His arm is not doing so well, but he is going to swing at you with a knife. It's gonna be at Pug, who's laying in front of him right now. He's gonna swing, and he, feeling the pain in his arm, misses you completely and stabs right into the dirt, and misses, and rears up for one more swing. And this one, what were you gonna say?
No, I'll eat it. I'll keep my AP.
Okay. It hits you, doing 4 damage.
Your girl's been better. She's had better days.
And with that, Spade, it is your turn.
Okay, I'll roll action points. Okay, 7 plus 1 each. Who's attacking Pug right now?
It is the person who pulled, who you were fighting before.
Okay.
Not the one who didn't have a gun.
Cool. And I'm gonna stand up. I'm gonna use all 8 of my, or probably maybe all 8 of my action points to attack with Steel Whisper.
Okay. Go ahead and roll that damage.
Okay. Good God, it's another 1. Okay, I'll do the second one. It's a 4 minus 1, 3.
Okay. 3.
Probably beats it, and I probably just opened myself up to getting my ass kicked.
No, he doesn't dodge it. He takes it. So he.
Oh, he does. Okay.
Oh yeah. So he just takes that.
What happens on a 1?
On a 1, you rolled a 1, or he did 1 damage.
My first attack was a 1. I don't know.
Oh, and was a 1. Let's see.
A 1 always becomes a 0, so it would do no damage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you did no damage. So,
Okay.
but I don't think there's a full fail, at least not on combat. It's just that you do no damage. But we will clarify.
And I'm gonna stand in front of Pug. That's brave as possible.
Oh, well, I say as you stand holding this bladed guitar, you look more badass than you've ever looked as the end of one of the blades drips blood as he holds his chest and breathes heavy as you get ready to fight it out. And now it is your turn, Pug.
So I'm still prone, right? Oh, gotta roll.
Don't you worry, my lady. I got you.
Okay.
Mhm.
So I have my 2 leftover AP because I didn't use them last turn. And then I also have as a brawler because I am 1. How many allies are near me with right now? I know I have Spade, and then is anyone else within 10 feet of me?
On the other end of the car, you have Fish being pulled to the ground by Techie energy, and and I imagine, did you step out the car when you peeked your head out, or were you just did you stay in the car, Christina?
Oh no, I peeked my head out and I got out of the car, but I sneak over, and then I was punching in the chin.
Oh, yeah.
Cool. So I have 2.
So you have everyone near you right now.
Everyone is within 10 feet of me?
Yeah.
Okay, so I have 13 AP to spend then, babies. So I'll spend 1 getting up, and then I'm worried about Fish. He can't take care of himself. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to start moving towards Fish to help him, and as I move towards him, I'd like to make an attack on the guy hitting the shoulder. I'm going to do what they call a shovel punch, which is where as you're moving to the side, you punch with your movement. That's not like a metagame thing, that's just flavor. So I attack this guy and then move, I guess is where I'm at.
Okay. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Okay. That's 5 minus the 1 for melee is 4. 4 damage. Or 4 to hit, essentially.
Okay. So you punch him and he leans up against the SUV that you were in. And you see him and you can see in his eyes, he is barely with us on this plane of existence. He has this like 5,000 yard stare. He's kind of wobbling, but he's like holding firm onto the blade that he hit you with, and he's holding himself up with the door as blood trickles out of his mouth.
Okay, I think Pug will have gone by, make eye contact, realize that he's not doing well, and do a quick change of plan, take a page out of Gen X's book, and then just sort of like come back with an uppercut and just do another attack on him and try to finish him before she goes to Fish. So
Annika's hitting us with her actual training.
I know, that's why I'm like, I know how to do this. That's a 5 minus 1, 4.
All right. Well, why don't you tell me how this punch takes out this
Hell yeah.
So when I did the shovel punch, I got this guy like right in the kidney, so he backs up against it and he's like kind of like doubled over with what happens with a kidney shot. And then I see him, I like do a stutter take, and then I come back and I do a hockey punch. So I take the shirt he's wearing, pull it over his head, and then just fucking uppercut into him, and I don't see what happens. but his shirt just immediately turns red, and when I pull my hand out, there's like 4 teeth embedded into it. And I kind of like do the like thing, and then I keep going.
All right. And that person crumples to the ground with the shirt over their head, like
Cool.
a modern post-apocalyptic day cornholio.
And then I will move, I guess, like 10, I think like 10 feet to Owen, or 5 feet to you. I'm guessing like probably 5 feet. A car's not that long.
Yeah.
And then I would like to, I don't know if you're grappled. Sorry, I have a lot of AP. I don't know if you're grappled, but would I be able to get him out by using the, like, break a grapple, which usually costs 3 AP, or is that not?
He's not being held down by a grapple. He's being held down by, like a teke talent. So, let me see if there's any, flavor on if it is a grapple or what's actually going down. So,
Okay. If that doesn't work, if that takes too long, I might try to pick up one of his magnifying glasses and just like throw it at Ndidi.
yeah, okay. So yeah, it looks like it's not necessarily a grapple, but since this is something that is broken by force, I'll say that you can do a force roll. And if you succeed in that, you'll be able to pull him out of this grab.
Cool. And I'm keen in force, so I'll do. Okay, that is a 5.
Okay, you yank him up off of the ground, and when you do it, you notice out the corner of your eye some movement as you notice Ndidi kind of yank back with that, and one drop of blood seems to start streaming out of his nose.
Okay. And then I will. Who's next in the order?
It's gonna be the gunman who's next.
Who? I guess.
Or you mean, what player is next is Christina.
Okay, I will give. Can I just split my last 2 AP? 2 to Christina and 2 to Owen.
I'll allow it.
Okay, so you both get 2 AP.
Okay. All right. So the gunman gets up. He gets his gun back. Takes aim, and he will aim at. He takes aim at Jenny, and he fires off. Let's see, with his 6 gun. It does 2 damage. He takes another shot at the person who stabbed him, which is Pug. And that does 5 damage. And hits you in the right leg, injuring it.
Pug has dropped to the ground.
Ooh,
Oh no.
No HP.
okay.
The healer's down, y'all.
And so when you see, so you all see Pug, your biggest mighty healer,
Yeah, no kidding.
stumble to the ground, and you see the smoke streaming out the front of the 6-shooter from the gunman who just both shot Jenny and Pug. He spits blood to the ground and says, "You should have just turned around." And it is now your turn, Jenny.
Where is Yes Ndidi?
Ndidi is still 20 feet back.
Did we take down the guy completely that was with Spade?
Uh,
Uppercut guy?
Yeah, uppercut guy is dead, laying in the pool of his own blood and shirt. And you have the gunslinger who just shot Pug standing in front of the vehicle, leg just pouring blood, breathing heavy. He's having a bad time too.
Is there anything within reach, like a pipe of any sort?
I can toss you Steel Whisper.
Well, we can leave it up to fate.
Oh, because Steel Whisper has the two
Yeah, it's
like
an axe.
knives and stuff. Yes. Toss it to me, baby.
I'll toss Steel Whisper over to Ginny.
All right.
All right, and then I'm going to take the two blades, turn to the guy who's bleeding out on the floor, hopefully begging for his life, and really upset and really sad, and I'm going to say, "Don't shoot at my friend!" And then I'm gonna stab him in the chest.
that guy bleeding on the floor is
That guy's
dead as
dead.
hell. The one in front is
No.
there's a shot.
There's a guy standing
No.
who has a gun.
Yeah, he's in the
I
front
thought
of
was
the
the
car.
gunslinger. I thought that was the gunslinger that
No, the
only
gunslinger-
his leg was
It's
hurt.
just Gunslinger and Dee right now.
Yeah, the guy who has the blood and laying on the floor is the person who just got punched, and then the gunslinger also is bloody, but he's at the front of the car with the gun, kind of holding his leg and
If you
smoking
like
gun.
throw
But you
the
can get
axe
to
or
him.
something at him, or if you want to
I
get
mean-
to him and hit him.
Yeah, you can walk up to him and hit him. He's not too far.
Why did I think the gunslinger was also on the ground? It doesn't matter. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go catch the axe, hit the ground, look to my right, look to my left, run forward, and then go, ugh! And then it's right, straight up like Green Goblin through
Roll damage.
All right, so that's 4 points of damage.
Okay, so you push this you push
Ukulele.
this bladed ukulele into his stomach, and as he tries to like stop you from pushing it forward, your struggle is making it rock from left to right, so the blades on the ends are stabbing in each of his side, and it's getting closer, and he's doing everything he can to stop you from pushing it. He is weakly holding you back,
Oh, he's still
but he is
alive?
still standing. Yeah, but he
Oh, this
is
bastard.
he's can barely move.
Hey, you know you could just give in. You want me to put you out of your misery? Because it'll make it a whole lot better and you won't be all suffering.
All right, is that your turn?
That's my turn.
How
All
many
right,
AP
then.
points did you have this turn?
All right, so with total, it was 7 for action points.
Okay.
So, with the
You have 3
movement
left.
and the... Ooh, yay. Is that enough to, like, put him out of his misery?
Let's see. 3. Let's let fate decide. Tell me how you put him out of his misery.
I go, oh, listen, I really didn't want any ill will between us. It wasn't really my intention, but you kind of came after us and my friends, and that kind of put you in this position. And you really need to think about the people that you're hanging out with in your next life. Do you want to run around with people that get you all stabbed up? No, it's not. And listen, I'm so sorry. And so she peeks under the corset and she pulls out a little knife. She goes, "This is a kindness," and she stabs him in the throat.
Nice.
So that pressure
I
that
twist.
you
I twist too. Don't please ensure that you know I twist.
yeah. The pressure that you felt pushing against the guitar gets weaker and weaker as you see his hand slump down to both ends, and he falls to his knees in front of you and falls over on his side. Owen, it is now your turn.
Okay, so we just have Indeedy left, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hasn't he been injured yet?
No, indeed he's been untouched.
Okay, let me roll for my action points here.
Remember, you have 2. Yeah.
Yeah, you have 2 from Pug.
So I got 11 total.
Ooh.
So he's what, like 20 feet away?
Yeah, he's 20 feet away.
And do I have any status effects from the telekinetic thing he was using on me? Does it reduce my movement speed?
No. He is basically just keeping you in place, and then you would have had difficulties walking
Okay.
after that. But You were pulled out by your friend who is on the floor next to you, bleeding out.
So I can. Is Annika's status that she's unconscious and bleeding both?
Yeah. So, I can answer that. So I am currently, because I went to 0 hit points and not below it, I'm technically unconscious, and I will stay unconscious for 1d6 hours. But if I get attacked during that time, if my HP goes to -10, I'm perma-dead. But I don't know if there's a bleed mechanic to that. I don't know if that's a factor. But right now I'm like
bleed,
stabilized.
That was just flavor text. She's unconscious next to you, and and you do have the ability to shake her awake. That is something you can do as well.
Okay.
Can we use tonic to get her awake too?
Oh yeah, you'll be able to use tonic to heal.
Okay.
I'm not doing death saves, so like.
Yeah, she's just knocked out. She's
Pug,
Pokemon fainted.
Pug looks looks peaceful. Like she looks like hunk shoe, you know. It's like
okay. All right. Well, in this case, my meek exterior is gone. I failed to beat this guy in the head with the 2 little telescopes. I got dragged to the ground. My largest protector is unconscious in front of me. I'm gonna sprint full stop towards our guy in the distance here, and if he's 20 feet away, then that's 4 action points. So I'm gonna try to hit him again hit him with my my 2 telescopes here.
All right.
6.
Ooh. All right. Why don't you go ahead and roll another d6 and tell me what that number is?
2.
All right. So you swing with that telescope and you crit with that 6 damage.
Hell
and
yeah.
you hit him right in the right leg, injuring him. Basically it cracks right against his kneecap. And he just kind of leans backwards right on to the front of his 1-person buggy that he drove up in, and wails in pain. He's like, "Why would you do this, huh?
Oh, God. So I used. Okay, so that was. I have some leaf as well. How many? All right, so I'm gonna. I got 2 leaf in my bag as well. Can I pop one of those in my mouth to get an extra 3 action points this turn, giving me 4 total remaining?
Yeah, go for it.
And
How much damage was that again?
That I did to him.
Yeah.
I rolled a 2, but before that I rolled a 6.
Yeah. Okay. So that's 6 damage then. All right. Cool.
Fish using performance-enhancing drugs over here.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna pop that leaf. It gives me just enough action points to hit him one more time. And I want to try to, if he doubled over, I want to try to bring the other telescope down on his dome. So
Okay.
let's roll for this. 3.
Okay. What modifier goes with the blunt weapon?
-2, I think.
-2.
Okay. So, boom. Okay. So you go and feeling like the bloodlust of cracking that knee. You're feeling good, and you like go back and wind up, but you kind of get a little off balance, and when you're standing on one leg, and you catch your balance, thus making the actual swing to hit kind of stop a little early. You kind of like bonk him. Like it hurts. It sounds like someone walking into a pole, but he's just like, it's not as, his scream isn't at the same level of agony. It's more like, what are you doing? You are in tech, use your tech. Why are you hitting me with things? You are not using any techie. What are you doing? And with that, it is Indeedy's turn.
Uh-oh.
Pissed him
I
off.
risked it all.
Perfect. So what he is going to do, he pushes you back 15 feet, and it does 2 damage to you. And then he gets back into his buggy, and he drives around and barrels through the 2 that were blocking your way, and he drives off. And as he drives off, the driver comes out the car and takes a shot at him, and the scatter shot flings off the outside of the buggy as he drives off into the distance, ending this encounter as you stand before.
If I'm at the top of the next round, can I shoot at him with my repeater?
Yeah, you can take a snake bit. It's essentially an attack of opportunity. So go ahead and take a snake bit. If you have a ranged weapon, you can take a snake bit shot. If it's any type of like magic, it would take too long. So
okay, that's a 5, but you said it's -3, so it's 2.
Well, okay. Well, I'm changing that because there is a.
Let me roll again. Sorry, I forgot. That's a 3.
There is a instance if you're untrained. You just roll snake bit if you're untrained. So you don't need to take the negative. You just take the lower. So you did 3. So that's a clean 3 damage on the snake bit roll. That also bounces off the edge of the buggy. And he drives off into the distance. You hear slow breathing, not from the man who was stabbed in the neck with a knife, but from the man who was punched so hard, his brain has definitely turned into juice. And he turns to you all, and he crawls backwards, and he goes, Scav already warned them. Scav already warned them. They're waiting for you. They took out everyone else. You're headed to a trap. You should have turned around. And he falls over and dies. And so you really don't get much more than that. But the driver, kind of getting his bearings, turns to you and he's like, okay, well.
Can I grab a tonic and then go over to Plug?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna kind of gently like drop it down her throat.
She's like sleeping. Her mohawk's doing that thing from cartoons where it's like
like quail. Yeah.
So, the driver kind of saddles up, checks the vehicle. The vehicle was fine; it never took any damage. But he kind of he kind of sits on the roof of the car to kind of hold court with everyone. And he basically says, "Look, seems like this is a lot more spicy than Bennett was talking about. So I would understand if at this point y'all want to turn around. Let's see what Fate says that he knows. Are we really doing that? Okay, that was 2 even rolls with that, even if it's outside. This is what he said. He's like, I'm pretty much the driver for the southern leg of Bennett's travels, courier service, or what have you, but I do come from up that way. I don't really keep in touch, but it seems like he has y'all headed into the floodlands. And the floodlands, well, that's where a lot of scavers, what have you, basically go, because it seems like every other day there's some new treasure found there. So it isn't surprising that that's probably where he's headed. But there's been a big scaver gang that's taken over the area that has been trying to collect this new tech. They think it gives them, new power. That thinks that I don't know what they're doing with it, but I do know that they will kill and torture anyone they can to get their hands on this old tech. So that's what you're stepping into. And if it seems like this scaff fella went ahead and gave them a heads up, they're gonna be waiting for you at the gates. So that there is tech there, so you can go and collect that check. Or if you're crazy enough, Bennett aside, there's a lot of fucking money sitting in that place. It's not gonna be easy, but I'll take you there.
I mean, I've been called a lot of things in my days, and the only one that I truly believe is that I'm pretty fucking crazy. Let's do it.
Pug is livid. She has not been knocked out since she was a teenager, and she needs to hurt more people than who are present right now. And she goes, "We are killing every last one of them, whoever they are. I don't care which side. I need to kill people."
Fish is still shaken from the effects of the leaf, a little geeked up, and with newfound confidence and a small bit of infectious bloodlust coming from a Pug, would agree. Yeah, let's just kill all of them.
As you say, kill them all. The driver looks over towards Jenny and says, "What about you? You in?"
Oh, darling, I'm going wherever my babies are going. So if they're going, I'm going. You already know I'm in.
So, as you say that, 3 headlights come and pull up next to your vehicle, all filled with SUVs, and the driver steps off and he throws off his vest and his driver's cap, lets down his hair. He kind of has these dreadlocks, and these guys walk up, hand him some kind of like tattered old fatigues, and he kind of puts on the jacket and goes, "All right, well, then I guess we're gonna storm the gates. I'm your man Ace. I'm a mercenary, and let's just say I've been waiting for a few crazy motherfuckers who are willing to bust down those gates with me." And then you see 2 women kind of come out, and they're also in the same kind of like old weathered fatigues, beige shirts, and they hop out and they kind of flip the hatch open on this old Humvee, and there's just a gaggle of weapons just gathered from, essentially it seems like they went to every town they could and gathered all of the artillery you can look for in the rotted west. And he turns to you and goes, "Well, take a trip in the candy store, and then after that we're headed to the floodlands." And with that, we're going to end our episode of The Old Rush. Woo!
Woo!
Reminds me, I need to relearn that lollipop one, the "Taking to the Candy Shop" song. I just gotta get that one.